Hi, I'm Gill, editor of Reader's Digest, and welcome to our June issue. Here it is in all its glory. And talking about glory, we have with us today Steve Wade, cartoons editor. Now, apart from doing our cartoons, you are a cartoonist of some note yourself. How did you get started?
I always drew comics. I always loved comics.
Were you a Beezer boy?
I was more Whistler and Chips and things like that. But I loved all the American Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, used to go to strange newsagents hunting for things like that. And
you can't help yourself. I love this. I just saw this very recently, and you've got to show people. This is your diary.
It's slightly insane, but every day I draw what happened to me, trying to fit it all into the page. Some days are boring, some are sitting at a desk. Others are racy, fun, heading to Moscow and things. I owe it all to my girlfriend, who just said, actually, you're a lot funnier in real life than you are in your cartoons. You should do that. So there's about 4 years worth of these diaries, a page a day.
I just wonder, if people watching are thinking, I'd like to be a cartoonist, what does it take? Because we're literally looking now at cartoons that have been submitted for possible use in an upcoming issue. Do you have to be a great cartoonist? Because some cartoons are very simple.
It's true. You just need to draw. You have to create this sort of little bubble universe of the cartoon where the joke happens.
Yeah, it's just a little self-contained world, isn't it, with its own kind of logic.
So it can be a well-drawn world or a badly drawn world. You could do stick figures.
Because something like that, for example, that's just a very, very simple, that's just a pen and ink, isn't it? No colour, no, you know, I'm not being rude about it, but it's very, very simple line drawing.
And it's quick, and you will laugh.
Something like that is these are a bit more complicated because it's more colour, a bit more, you can see a bit more.
And you have to work out the joke, what is the joke.
But it's not critical that you're a great artist, is it?
No.
It's just a way of looking at the world.
It's about energy and having energy in the drawing. And it's like if someone's very dull telling a joke at a pub or somewhere, you don't think it's as funny as someone who's sort of animated and telling it well. And drawing is like that.
But I mean, just to give people some idea, I mean, how many cartoons do you get submitted for Reader's Digest on spec in the hope that we might run them?
You are seeing about 500. If you want to be a cartoonist, you've got to draw lots to get a few in.
Well, that's a good tip, so you don't spend hours and hours crafting it to the nth degree. Now, this is one, I'm just looking at random here. What have you been up to? You're trending on Twitter. Would that pass your test?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's in the pile.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it is the element of surprise. A joke is something you didn't think would happen.
He's a kind of yogic, kind of greater enlightened one sitting at the top of a mountain. At the bottom, there's obviously a little track up for people to go and ask big questions, but at the bottom there's a sign saying FAQ, frequently asked questions. That just makes me laugh because it's just absurd. Gurus
on top of mountains, it's a cartoon cliche, and there's certain situations like desert islands, people on ledges, Frankensteins.
Long John Silver,
that's
always a good
big
one.
on pirates, we see a lot of pirates.
Yeah, we see a lot of those.
And they're good things to bounce off.
But can I ask you the unmentionable, is it possible to make a living out of cartoons? You're self-accepted, clearly.
It's very, very hard at the moment. So if you get a contract with a paper, then you're fine, you've got a role. The rest of the time we're all scrabbling for the slots and the places. That's why you must really love drawing cartoons. You just
for the hell of it.
And,
just for the hell of it.
I think you're slightly better off than being a poet if you're a cartoonist. Your bank manager takes you more seriously.
And how is your rhyming doggerel?
It's the blank
so the bottom
verse
line
that
is,
gets
if you want to be a cartoonist, don't.
Yeah.
Steve, thanks for coming in, and we better get on with choosing
some
of our cartoons.
Okay,
right, make me laugh, somebody.